It's now exactly been 2 weeks since Marvel Rivals launched, and I'm seeing consistent 300k players. And I checked right now, it was like 11:40 a.m. So, you know, people are at work. I had the day off. All right, leave me alone. I'm not unemployed. Not entirely. But this is on Steam alone. This is 300k players on Steam alone on 11 a.m. on a random, or I guess it's not random. It's a Thursday. Oh, it's a Friday. I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry. And I remember people saying, like, when this game was first announced, or even when betas were happening, and they were saying how this game is just gonna die in a few weeks. But what is up with people just saying that about every single new game? But it begs the question, though, is Marvel Rivals here to stay in 1 year's time? Are we still gonna be hearing about this game? Is it really the real Overwatch killer? Well, we're gonna talk about it. So I'm gonna start with what they're doing good. Like, what is making people, why is there 300k players right now? 2 weeks later still. And I think it's only like dipped a little. I think the peak was 400 something thousand on Steam. So what are they doing that's so good? So the first thing, they're consistently putting out content. And coming from fighting games myself, I've been playing a lot of fighting games this last like 2 years. And in those games, you know, I love them. I really do. But they put out content so slow. It makes sense though, you know, making a new fighting game character probably takes so much time, care, and attention that you can't just pump out a new character every month. It takes like 3 to 4 months for a new character to come out in Street Fighter. So coming from that, and then this game came out 2 weeks and there's like a new event, new skins. I'm like, what the fuck? And in that game mode, you get a free skin with Jeff. You don't have to pay for it. If you just play the game mode, do your challenges, you can get the free skin. And it seems like they're going to be adding 2 new skins every week. I'm not entirely sure if that's going to hold up. Maybe they said that in the roadmap somewhere. I don't know. But from what I've seen, I swear to God, every time I log in a new week, there's 2 new skins. But like comparing that to Street Fighter 6, they haven't added new character skins in over a year. Last time they added was December 1st, 2023. What the like? I can't believe it. I can't believe they're adding this many new skins. Maybe it's normal. Maybe Fortnite does the same thing. It's just absurd to see. So Marvel Rivals was ready with the content, and it's all quality too. It's not like it's just like reskins, recolors. Like it's actually new skins from like maybe from the Marvel Studios movie or like entirely original ones. And they all have these intros. You get all these other things. They are kind of pricey though, I will say that. But they do look very polished. So I think you are getting your money's worth. I don't know, $20 for a skin is kind of crazy. This game's free, you know, free characters. I don't care. They can do whatever they want, kind of. I haven't, like, I'm a Spider-Man main. I haven't bought one. I don't really like, Iron Spider's cool, but it's not my favorite suit. So I'm just waiting for a better suit. I sound so congested. I'm sorry. I'm a little sick, I think. So another thing that they're doing good is that they have a grasp of both casual and competitive players, which is so important to keeping a player base and what makes live service games succeed. In my opinion, you know, people are entering tournaments, figuring out comps, new tech on characters. Spider-Man mains are figuring out new things, new different animation cancels. But how high will the skill ceiling be? How high is player expression gonna go? We just have to wait and see. I wonder how competitive this game will be. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit more on like what could make the game not succeed. So that I'm just gonna be saying that for now. And how I said earlier with their consistently putting out content is how many new characters this game is going to get. It's gonna be insane for this game because of the catalog of heroes and villains Marvel has. They have so much shit to go through. I also like that they're adding not super popular characters. Maybe they're popular, but not super well known. Let's say like Spider-Man, like that's super well known. But like Squirrel Girl, I can't say that. Squirrel Girl, yeah, the Squirrel Girl. Like I've never heard of her until now. Even Magic, Gila, but I've never known these characters. And it's cool that they're getting some spotlight and have a chance to shine. And we have lots of characters coming. I think Ultron's next. Oh, I didn't mean to talk about leaks, I'm sorry. More characters are coming. I want Deadpool, but that's like a really well-known one. We'll see when they add him. But that's a duelist. I already know it's gonna make a duelist. Just add more tanks, please. This game also has so much to grind for. Like, not only is there the battle pass, but the achievements and proficiency tabs, maybe you haven't checked it out, but if you do, they're filled with things to grind. And you get good rewards too, because you get the tokens that you can use to get a skin. Especially if I buy the battle pass, like I think the battle pass, the one they give you is worth, it's only $5, and you get a lot of points. You get the gold tokens and the blue tokens. I don't know exactly what they're called. If you combine that with the achievements tab, you could almost get a free skin. Not a free skin, I guess you paid $5 for it, but you can get a skin pretty cheap, which is really nice. The proficiency tabs are something I'm grinding a lot too, especially for Spider-Man. Because I really want the elimination where if you get an elimination, you just get the Spider-Man logo, and I really want that. I don't know why. I like little things like that. And you get to change your little character portrait, and it shows it to everyone. They're like, oh man, this motherfucker plays this character a lot. They just have so many things to keep people engaged for hours. All right, now that we talked about what they're doing good, I want to talk about what could go wrong, which is very important for this game. So what could cause this game to dip in the player base? And I know I made a video about Roku, and now that I've played more and had more time to think about it, I feel even stronger about not adding Roku. I said not yet. I don't think they should add it at all now, especially with seeing like more people's opinions, even myself though. But I think you just got to be versatile and like be able to play more than just one role in ranked. Like if you can only play one role, maybe you shouldn't just be in high ranks if you just don't understand the game that well, you know? Also, why not trying to learn other roles? Like, in fact, like learning other roles might even help you improve on your main role because you'll understand what other roles need. Adding role queue is something a lot of people don't want, and I don't think it'd kill the game, but it would definitely make people turn away from the game. And so far, we've had one patch in the 2 weeks. I think we've had two maybe, but they haven't been any character changes. It's only bug fixes, which is good, and I'm happy to see that they're actually addressing some things, even if it's a Gila buff. I didn't even see that issue, what was happening, but I saw that like Doctor Strange can kill his teammates and then get his ult charge. Like that's good. Like I'm glad they're addressing like big issues like that. But I wonder how they're going to approach balancing this game, because right now when I look at higher elo, when I look at the leaderboard, I look at what characters are being banned. I see Gila, Hawkeye, sometimes I see Hulk, Iron Man. I see Luna Snow a lot too. And you get the ban in Diamond lobbies. I do hope that they bring the ban system to lower ranks, but I don't know, maybe you shouldn't, because people could just play whatever they want. But with Gila, Hawkeye, and these other characters being banned in Diamond lobbies, what's the reaction going to be from the dev team? And these balance changes to characters will also make or break the competitive scene and how seriously people will want to take it. If they're just doing some party game buffs, Gila one shots to the head now, people are not going to want to take this game serious. I do think the game feels in a good spot right now with some clear characters that are the best, the ones I mentioned earlier. But if they lose the interest of competitive players, it could be a big loss. But I think even still the casual player base might still be able to carry it. But even like if they do some absurd changes, even like the casual players are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? So this is a big thing that could go wrong, which is how they react. People for sure like Gila as a character, and like if you nerf her to the ground, people are not gonna be happy. They'll be like, well, I just lost my main. Hey, this is why I'm just making the video on this shit. I feel like balancing's hard. I just hope they make the right changes and not do some League of Legends patches. Lastly, I think if they stop being consistent and don't update the game and then say they're gonna make a new game with PvE and make Marvel Rivals 2, that could be the nail in the coffin. Like a certain game. Why am I a fucking idiot? Like I said earlier, they came prepared, they have a roadmap, it's all planned out. So let's hope they continue to make these roadmaps, putting out consistent content, whether it be game modes, skins, events. They have the blueprint. It's up to them entirely if this game dies in 1 year or becomes the main hero shooter that everyone plays. Another thing that I think I forgot to mention is if they add characters that are just insane. Like let's say, like I know Brigitte, is that how you say her name? Brigitte, whatever, how you say her name in Overwatch. That was a big moment that made people like, oh my god, this game's unplayable right now. But the thing is, if there's a character like that, you can ban them. So that might mitigate that. But if a character's that broken, you shouldn't have to ban them 100% of the time. But we're just gonna have to wait and see. I know I usually make fighting game videos. I still play them. I've been playing Tekken live on stream and still playing Marvel Rivals. A lot of people play Marvel Rivals actually. I've been seeing a lot of people that play other games and actually playing this game as well. All right, I'm out. Thank you.